Welcome back! I'm Roy with Rugged Badger Racing and Team Parts Badger. This is our Ecotec Swapped Miata that we race in the Champcar Endurance Series and Gridlife. Today, we're going to be talking specifically about our mechanical tensioner, as we're going to check it out and then possibly adjust our mechanical tensioner as the engine's making a little bit more noise than normal. I want to see if there's any play in the timing chain. All right, first things first, let's get this valve cover off. So I'm gonna start, let's get these coils disconnected here. Solenoids. All right, now we're gonna take out the #1 spark plug. We're gonna get this to top dead center. Spark plug looks okay. A little bit of oil on the sides, it seems. All right, so let's check tension. Now, I want to say the engine is cold. It's not running. It's been sitting all night. It's down to ambient temperature, and I'm pretty sure this is when you want to check it. I know that the engine definitely expands and contracts, as well as the timing chain itself, and I believe this is all supposed to be checked while the engine is cold. So what I'm going to do, it's 90 degrees off of top dead center. I'm going to check this play. I already have my caliper set to 100 thousandths, which is 0.1 inches, and that's about the amount of play that I want. I'm going to lightly press down on my finger, and I can see that I am over that amount of play by quite a bit. So I'm going to want to tighten this up a little bit. Let me show you how to do that. All right, now I had some safety wire in place because I do not want this thing to move. I removed the safety wire. Let's go ahead and loosen this up. So I have two 14mm wrenches. In this case, a 14mm bolt was used. Now, to make a mechanical tensioner, you basically just take a normal tensioner and drill and tap a hole in it. Get rid of everything inside. That'll all pop off, or you can cut that out. And then with this drill and tap, you just put a bolt in, and then you put the end of the hydraulic tensioner in place, and you're good to go. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward process to make one of these things. There we go. Show you from a tension perspective. So I'm just pushing down lightly with my finger and checking that play. And it's really hard to get an exact measurement, so setting my caliper ahead of time seems to make the most sense. But I took out quite a bit of play, maybe half the play, and I turned this, geez, maybe a quarter turn, if that. So now I'm gonna lock this down, and we put everything back together. Pretty straightforward. Now I wanna get this locked down. So I'm gonna hold this into position, because the bolt is the one that sets the actual tension. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the double nut without turning the other bolt. And I wanna get this nice and snug. There we go. Now in my case, because this is a race application, I'm gonna cut the rest of the safety wire out, off, and I'm gonna reapply safety wire. All right, so I made sure the surface is nice and clean. I also cleaned up a little bit of silicone sealant. The reason why I had to clean it up is because I put little dabs of silicone sealant on all the transition points of the valve cover. So right here at the front, where it goes from high to low, starts to dip down, I'm just gonna put a little dab, and then as well as on the back of the intake cam area here as well. That should just help it get a little bit better seal. That's a trick I learned from our old race mechanic. He's a long-time mechanic, knows all the little tricks of the trade, so that's something I do. Nonetheless, let's get this valve cover back on. I want to make sure this seal is nice and pressed into the valve cover itself. Hopefully it doesn't fall out when I tip it upside down here. There we go. Now you can go through a torque sequence. This, we need to torque it to 89 inch-pounds. No, 1, 2, and our last one here. Now let's get the coil on plugs. Same torque on these as well. I did previously torque the spark plug to 18 foot-pounds. And there you have it. So we reset the timing tension on our 2.4 liter Ecotec. I don't know if the 2.2 liters are the same, but I think all the 2.4 liters should be very, very similar. Now, again, on this tensioner, you can literally just take an off-the-shelf tensioner, take the spring out, take the main piston out, drill a hole in it, tap that hole. In this case, it's a 14 millimeter bolt, so I think this would be an M10, I believe. So an M10 bolt, or maybe this one, looking at it, might actually be a standard bolt used here. It happens to be a 14 millimeter head. And then the base of the bolt on the other side of this, it's literally just the piston portion that contacts into the guide itself. So you'll see that'll actually just slide on top of the bolt, and then you just use the bolt to push it instead of what normally uses oil pressure. So that should be set. Hopefully the engine makes a little less noise now, but we are good to go. All right, thank you everyone for watching. If you're interested in this content, please like and subscribe below. I'll have a lot more content about the car build, about the engine, and a whole lot more, so stay tuned.